Before we get started with this episode, I wanted to share with you that earlier this year, we started doing more of our podcasts as video podcasts. All of our audio and video episodes are available on our YouTube page. We'd love it if you'd check it out. And please, while you're there, be sure to subscribe to our channel. This way you get notified of new videos and new episodes that are posted. You can also find all of our videos on our website at MokenasFrontPorch.com or by searching Mokena's Front Porch on YouTube. Matt and I hope you enjoy this episode, and please be sure to share our podcast with a friend. Hi Mokena, we're out here at Clancy's, and tonight is the very first candidates forum. And so I came out here and we'll talk to some of the candidates, find out what's important to them in this election, as well as hopefully talk to some people attending and find out what's important to them as well. So let's go check it out.
I'm really hoping the downtown area can be built up a little bit more, maybe some new restaurants, some new stores down there. I want to have a cute downtown like all the surrounding communities have. We have the opportunity to do it. I mean, we have enough space and everything here, but we're just hoping we can do that. That's one of my biggest things.
Kim, you're running for trustee this election, so tell me, what do you think is important to Mokena voters this election?
You know, I think most voters are concerned about our downtown area, and I would like to revitalize the downtown area to make it family friendly and make it a location where it's a destination and not a drive-through.
Hi, I'm Carrie Abrahamson. What I think is important in the upcoming election is obviously a lot of growth in Mokena. I have been here 28 years. I built my house. I'm in the same home that I built 28 years ago, and I love it. But what's missing is the growth of our community, the Front Street, like was mentioned here tonight. You know, my sisters live in the western suburbs, and I'm going to Hinsdale, and I'm going to their little store there because they have the best chicken salad. Or I'm going, to Western Springs for the same bakery. And I want that to come to Mokena, where people are going to come to Mokena for these businesses. I do believe Clancy's Brothers has been a big start to that, and I'm here a lot, and it's a community that I love to see. So I want that brought to other businesses on Front Street.
My name is Glenn Iden. My wife and I have been residents of Mokena for over 10 years. I served on the executive committee for the Homeowners Association of Foxborough Estates, and I've known our current mayor for over 10 years, President Frank Fleischer. And I fully endorse him because of his fiscal fiduciary responsibility to the town. He watches where everything goes and how it's being run. He's always been very responsive, very energetic, and again, responsive to my and the subdivision I live in needs, as well as everybody in Mokena. Thank you.
The downtown, and I think for me personally, that's a big motivator and an influence of why I'm running in the first place, is because the people of Mokena want to have a viable downtown. They want to have a place that's filled with vibrant businesses, and they don't want to have to travel. They want to have peace of mind knowing that they don't have to go far away to get everything they need in their community. And to me, that starts with a hub, a downtown that just has everything that you would want. And so I want to help build that. I want to help make that a reality. I believe the mayor has a good vision for that, and he's assembling a good team to execute on that vision. So I'm just excited to be a part of it, and just trying to have a good time and listen. Yeah.
I've been doing this for a long time. A lot of us have known each other for a lot of years. And everything I do here is for the residents of the community. And I really want people to understand and to know that. And to see this many people come out tonight for our first meet and greet really makes me and my candidate partners feel really, really good. So thank you very much. What we're going to do tonight, like I said, I'm welcoming you. What we're going to do tonight, I'm going to hand off to Nick Clancy, who put all this stuff together, did a beautiful job with it. And then, if you have any questions, we'll stand up here and just ask us some questions. I want you to get to know us, but if you have some concerns, everybody's got a couple of concerns. Don't worry about bringing those up tonight at all. I'll try to answer what you have. I've been doing this for a long time. I don't run away from questions. That's not what I'm here for. I've been your president for a long time, and hopefully I'm going to be your president for 4 more years. So, Nick.
Yeah, thanks for being here, everybody. Just to echo what the mayor had to say, this is really great. Just to see a packed house of people in the community that care and are interested in local politics and are interested in talking about what's important to us and to this town. And so why I'm running, really quickly, just to give you a quick snapshot into what I'm up here doing, talking and conversing with you guys, is just because of what we were able to accomplish with this business here, Clancy Brothers. So we drove through Wolf Road 3 years ago, and we saw this bank building, and it was empty, and it was vacant, and we're like, man, that's kind of a crazy scenario to have this amazing building vacant, and then to hear the conversations about how long it was vacant was just kind of like, wow, there's so much untapped potential in this town. And then you go down Wolf, and you make a right on Front Street, and you're just blown away that this is such a great community, and there's so much ripe development that I think is just on the cusp of exploding. But we need the right people, we need the right effort, we need teamwork, but most importantly, we need a vision, and I believe that Mayor Frank Fleischer has that vision, and now we are assembling a team to get to work, to actually take that vision and start to put our hands together and start to give Mokena a downtown, start to give Mokena some really great pedestrian safe pathways, bikeways, walkways, and just to grow this town and to make us proud of just living here. So thank you for being here.
Hello everybody, I'm Kimberly Hilsman. For those of you who don't know me, thank you so much for coming out tonight. I do want to thank Frank, Nick, and Jim for agreeing to run as a slate. I think we have a really powerful slate that we are going to present to the people of Mokena. I also want to thank Mark, who's the man behind the slate, doing all the work, so we can really quick. I'm running because I believe in honoring Mokena's rich history while building towards a vibrant and modern future for the families of Mokena. This campaign is really important to me because I want to show my kids, who one of them was here but had swim and then the others had soccer, so you may see them running in and out. But I want to show them it's important to have a voice in your community, as well as make a difference in the place that you call home. Mokena has such potential to grow and expand. And as trustee, I really do want to revitalize our downtown area to make it family friendly and to attract new families, as well as support and grow the families that are already here, to make it more collaborative, to allow to have a voice in terms of family connections, which is really important. I do thank everybody for coming tonight, and I think if we work together and everybody comes out to vote on April 1st, then we can lead Mokena into a future that will not only bring Mokena's charm to light, but values to light, to have it shine for the future. So thank you, everybody.
For those that don't know me, I'm Jim Roberts. I moved into Mokena back in 1990, so I've been there a long time. Moved in with my wife, and I had 3 daughters at the time, and now we've grown to a bigger family of 9 grandkids. And I originally ran for the first time back for trustee back in 96, 97, and I had some ideas of where I thought the village should go and what direction she would be heading in, and it didn't seem like that was being done, so I figured I'm going to try and see if I can't get a seat and give a voice. where Mokena's future should head. I didn't win that year. And I told Frank since then, I've got video, we did a debate, and I got video crashing me pretty good that year. So here we are, it's funny how we're in the same slate now. But the things over the years, they really haven't changed. Since 1990, I've heard the same stories from the residents in the village as I hear today. A lot of people want to see something done with downtown, clean it up, do something with it. And the other point was about the traffic in the village. Back in the late 90s, we were already seeing traffic cutting through our village to ridiculous amounts. And now we're 20-some years later, we've done nothing about it. And now it's basically gridlocked on our major thoroughfares north and south. And we're cutting through on the Port Road, 191st, and where we're going to be in 15 or 20 years if we don't look at that issue now. Yeah. So growth is not happening in Mokena, residentially speaking, as much as it is surrounding communities. So we have to find a way to take some of the burden off of our streets and our neighborhoods. And that's part of what got me remotivated into it. And then last fall, Frank called me. We've been talking about, I'm always thinking about what can make things better. And I had this crazy idea about how ridiculous internet service is in the village. And I said, so I told him, I said, isn't there a way we can look at it as a utility and negotiate rates as a city, as a village, so that everybody can have the same rates at a more affordable price. And so we had a few conversations, and then all of a sudden Frank calls me one day and says, hey, I have an opening on the board. You interested in filling it? So that was probably a mistake. I said yes. So I agreed to do that, and on November 11th, I was appointed to the board, and I've been a trustee ever since. I've learned a lot already. It's a lot more than I thought it was, and there's a lot going on in the village that the residents don't know. No one goes to our board meetings. I don't know how many people watch it, but the residents, for the most part, are not engaged in what's going on. So when we get bad things, then they look back and they look at the trustees or whatever, but if you didn't get out and vote, if you didn't make a difference in some sense, then we're all blamed for it. And so I'm thrilled to be having this opportunity to run and hopefully get elected instead of an appointment. And I hope to be able to make a difference for the future of Mokena and leave it in a better place than when I came to it. And that's why I'm kind of here.
All of us feel the same way about a lot of the stuff we're doing together. The downtown is ridiculous. I've been fighting to get it downtown since I was a trustee years ago. I took a poll last year and took another poll this year. 70% of the residents, makes no difference about age, makes no difference about gender, want a viable downtown. Yeah. They want a downtown. And I've been fighting with the supposedly Friends of Mokena, which is what they call themselves, for the last 12 years to work with me on this. Don't want nothing to do with it. Didn't work with me at all. Well, now election's coming up, so they'll probably see literature says, oh, we're for a downtown. They were never for a downtown. We needed a traffic study done. How do you like the traffic out of the Grange and Wolf Road? Because they're the only two roads that get you out of Mokena. We should have had this planned out years ago. They wouldn't let me put a traffic study together. And that's considered a phase 1 traffic study. The only way you're going to get grant money is to prove that you need it. And that's what a phase 1 would do. We'd have engineers come in, they would tell us what we need, where to put the roads, and if they were important enough at the time, we could get grant money to get it done. Again, they fought me every step of the way. Not because they're bad people, they just don't know what they're doing. That's the problem. They're not bad people. They just sit up there for whatever reason and don't go to seminars, don't go to conferences. That's going to be different with the 3 people. We're going to have a good, cohesive unit that's going to work for you folks. So when you see us walking around the village, knocking on your doors, these people are wide open to talk to you whatever you want. That's not a problem. And tonight, please, any questions, let us have it.
It's just a nice long stretch of property. And so I think it only makes sense to have a front street that just has this sense of consecutive businesses that are all businesses that we want to have in the community. You can ride your bike, park your bike, and walk and frequent these businesses. Then it's got a nice horseshoe pattern, so you start developing the other side of the train tracks, and you can just walk around. And then hopefully behind, Younker's Farm, Younker Park back there, there's so much great potential on that property of amphitheaters and just opening up that back spot behind, Zap Taco back there, and just really creating a place for families to come in and just enjoy that space.
Yeah, I would agree. Like having more gathering places where families can come, well, anybody of any age can come and just sit and enjoy the downtown area, get something to eat, get something to drink. I love to see more green initiatives, bring in local art, bring in local history to be able to capitalize on that. Mokena, we're the only Mokena in all of the nation. There's no other Mokena in the nation. So I feel like that's something that we can capitalize on. And so make a name for ourselves. We already have a name, but what else can we do to bring Mokena into everybody's home?
I think that's a good point. And one of my ways about the downtown area is we just can't open a bunch of businesses and fail. It's not really our position, but to make it accessible to people easier, I think that's where our job comes in. I think you have to make, I'm sitting right now on the 5-year comprehensive plan of the Park District. We're talking about what they can do. And my part with that really is representing the village. And I'm very interested in seeing bike paths extended from the park all the way into downtown, circling the farm field, and making it much easier for bike riders and joggers and walkers to get into the downtown area. And once we do that, we might then find a few businesses that might take a risk and a gamble on us to open something. But with a little bit of traffic that we're getting on Front Street right now, no one's going to open a business and put a big investment. We're going to have to make it more inviting. And I think that's where we, as board members, what we have are doing. Right.
The railroad parking lot itself hampers something.
Well, during the day, for sure.
Well, see, there's more to that. Like Jim and I have been talking about, you need to get more accessibility to downtown. You're going to have to take Willow Road, bring it over the top of the Park District, connect it from the government. Now that gives you a bigger downtown, that gives you better access to downtown, and that's the kind of stuff. But again, we need somebody smarter than us that's a consultant. Let's bring a consultant in. Don't just sit up there and say no. Because we're all for free getting downtown going. I mean, like I said, 70% of the people, that's a pretty good percentage, want downtown.
You know, I think the downtown area also is looking at what type of businesses fit down there. And for me, I was talking to someone earlier tonight about me, I think about the type of business I'd want to see down there, but then I asked my daughter, Dad, it should be sushi. So it should be an ice cream shop and things like that, So people of my age, we kind of went to different restaurants. So we really need to reach out and see what the youth of the village want there. The ones that are, walking the bike trails, the ones that are going to come in to walk downtown to get an ice cream or a candy bar or get their sushi and things like that. So the kind of businesses that I think that are going to go on downtown are different than what I personally would think. And youth of our city are really is going to really direct that to us.
I have a question. It sounds great making Front Street beautiful and everything, but that's, you guys got to work together with the Park District, right?
Yeah.
What kind of relationship does the current?
Very good. Very good. One of the things we want to do in
Good question.
the Park District, our event is the Park District has the best board in the village. out of both taxi bodies. They work extremely well together. Very well. They're doing a fantastic job over there. As we've talked about moving the train station parking over there, behind, etc., and combining park district parking and village, commuter parking in that one area. And so now you've got some place to park for, the events downtown or things like this, and then we open up our downtown. So yeah, we have been looking at it, and the park district is very easy to work with.
Thanks for that question. We do a comprehensive plan of the village does, and the last one was done in 2002, I believe it was. And we're currently working on a new comprehensive plan. I spent some time kind of reading through it after I ended up on the board here. I found out that about 90% of what we did back in 2002, we could just copy it on again because we didn't get it done. And because they're not on the same page, the agenda has to be put forth at the beginning of the session. Our administrators got to do their background work, and then we as trustees have to have faith to vote and make these changes. And that's where it seems to be stalling, is that we're not getting trustee support when we do get it to that point.
Well, let me just make a point. I worked 40 years for the Tribune, so I covered many boards and commissions, park districts, school boards, and I did a lot of editing. Well, my first big job was I covered Evanston. And they had a city council. I knew the members. I knew the city clerk. I knew the manager. And I would marvel at how they would waste money. It was completely stupid in my mind. But I would write it up, and I didn't always have to say that. Well, then other places, people at work would say, that town is run by the mafia. And you'd hear that, all right. So, I've lived in Mokena since 1951, and I never wanted to live anywhere else. And I was in Vietnam for a year, and I thought of one thing, just get back to Mokena. So then I married a woman from Texas. My brother worked here at the same time. We had about 900 people, as I recall. Now, what we got, 20,000? And in my mind, the way people honestly served us and given us an orderly future through those, 70 years, 75 years? They've done a great job. And to this day, I still want to live in Mokena. So, thank you.
But we're going to stick around. We're not leaving right away. If you have any more questions, please ask them. And we're going to be here. Hold on one second. And in 2 weeks, we're going to be doing this again. Same bat time, same bat channel. Okay? So showing my age. And,
hey, I get that one. No worries.